What is up, guys? As you could probably tell, we are back in the shop, back in Connecticut, home from Indiana, and I am so excited to be here, so excited to get some things done. As you guys know, we have spent the last 3-4 days in Indiana at the PRI Auto Show. So like I said before, it's very similar to SEMA. It's just a little bit smaller and more based on like the racing industry and more based on technology. So Kenny and I went out there and spent 3 days at that show, running around, going crazy, talking to as many companies as we possibly could. So as you guys could probably guess, my main reason for going out there, besides of course having fun and learning a bunch of new things, was to network, to reach out, meet some new companies, and potentially set up some future partnerships. And that was the real goal. The more help we can get down here, the more we could do, the more we can all learn together and just build sicker shit. So I think we did pretty damn good. Me and Kenny went nuts. I can't tell you, I have a bucket load of emails to send tonight, and I am super excited for what the future has to bring. So Indiana trip, huge success. So excited. Hope you guys are excited for me. But we drove, got home this morning at 7 a.m., passed out instantly, and I woke up at like 3:30, still tired, but I needed to come down here. I spent like another 2.5 hours cleaning, and now it's late, and I can't miss another video for you guys. We have to get something done. So we're just gonna jump into it. I'm gonna suck it up, bang it out, and we're gonna have a good time tonight and get something done, okay? We're gonna do it. Now, so as you guys know, the Black Z was kind of like the hot topic last week. I love this car. I wanted to get this tuned, ready for the road, and the main disappointment was the horsepower. Now, we ended up making 260 horsepower out of this SR setup, which, on the retrospect of things, actually isn't too bad. I was a little upset about it. I thought it would make more, but that's what you get. It's a stock turbo, it's a stock engine, just has some fancy manifolds on it and a tune, and we got 260 horsepower. But my goal for this, my SR Swap Z, it's nothing crazy. I don't want it to make, it's not supposed to be a race car, it's just supposed to be a fun street car. And so that goal would be to be in like the stock TT 300ZX power range, and of course, I mean, way more reliable, but that would put us anywhere from like 280 horsepower to about 340 horsepower. And I think that is super doable for this car, and the SR should have no problem keeping it there. As you guys know, I mentioned it plenty of times last week that the thing that's really holding us back is the turbo and the cams. So of course, I had to order both. So those should be coming in on Tuesday or even potentially Monday, and we should be able to get that stuff on quick, throw it on the dyno, and we should hopefully see that. I want to see low threes. If I can get 315 horsepower, stoked. But at the end of the day, it is a stock long block, so we gotta be careful. To get a head start for the week, we're gonna be taking apart the Z, this thing. But the main goal is getting this whole turbo setup off. It's a huge pain in the ass, so there's a lot of stuff to do, but we're gonna get it done. It's not too hard, but I'm gonna be really happy when I get the new turbo and I could just throw it right on. Let's take this thing apart, but I want to show you guys one thing before I do it because I'm so happy on it. When I was gone, B-Hall helped Drew get a little bit of motivation, and he helped him paint the block on the RB. And this thing looks absolutely amazing. It looks like a whole different engine. Now, of course, you could still clean the head up a little bit more, but I mean, as far as that goes, it looks beautiful. Last thing we need is to powder coat the valve covers, and this thing is a piece of art ready to go back into the R32. All right, let's see how this turbo is, because I know a lot of you guys were concerned that this turbo actually might be hurt. So the turbo is definitely not as spry as it used to be, but it's not that bad. Whatever, it's too small. All right, so now we can take this piece off. I always forget how light this titanium is. It's crazy, because even with this aluminum chunk on it, it weighs nothing. Somehow I managed to accumulate a coolant leak. You could probably see it down there. This water neck right here just started to leak. I have no idea why. Looks like we gotta drain the coolant, which is definitely not my favorite part. All right, let's open the floodgate. I hate this. All right, so now that the coolant should be drained, I'm gonna take off the water lines for the turbo. I know I'm still gonna pour a bunch of coolant out. There you go. When it comes to fluids, you never win. So we just removed the water lines right here, and of course there also is oil lines. So a tip on the SR is if you can avoid undoing the oil feed right here, this banjo bolt. SR20s, love to do this thing where they just strip that bolt out, strip the threads right out of the block, and it sucks because then you have to helicoil coil your block in the car. Super sketchy, happens all the time, and it sucks. So try to avoid it. Now all I have to do is unbolt the manifold and the downpipe, and it should just slide right out. What am I? Oh, my wideband. Wideband is actually disconnected, and this should just come right. Nice. Okay, so here it is. This is what makes the magic in an SR. Unfortunately, it doesn't make enough magic. So we'll be removing this whole piece in the middle, and of course, everything is attached to it, so we have to remove everything. Well, here it is, guys. Here's this puny bitch of a turbo. All separated lines are off, hardware's off, manifold is off. Now we're just stuck with a bare T28 stock S14 SR turbo. Now these things aren't bad. They definitely get the job done, but for my situation, doesn't cut it. So what's good about this turbo is they actually go for a decent amount of money. Given your location, I feel like T28s usually go anywhere from 200 to like 350, when T25s usually are like $100. So I got a really good deal on this last year, so now I can sell it and make some monies and put it into the car, which is perfect. So I'm gonna post this shit up right now. But so the new turbo I got for the car, I'm not gonna talk about it too much now, but it's very similar to the turbo that is in my 240. Now it isn't a Garrett turbo, but it's very comparable to the size and everything, and the way it should perform should be very similar. It's technically classified as a GT2871R, which is like has been considered like the best bolt-on turbo for SRs in terms of like the 300 to 400 horsepower range between power and response. So I think it's gonna be perfect. I can't wait to show you guys, and I can't wait till it's actually in the damn car. All right, so tonight we're gonna be doing one more mod to the 3NZX, and that is just adding a little trinket, and I'm really excited for it. So last time Adam LZ was in Japan, he picked up a few souvenirs for a few of his friends, and he happened to grab me a thing of Boss coffee, which is super sick. I know this is stupid fanboy of me, but I wanted to do this forever. I don't care how corny that is, I love that. Adam, thank you for grabbing that for me. I really appreciate it. I've been dying to put that in there forever now, and I'm super tempted to drink the damn thing, but we're gonna leave it. And on top of that, I honestly forgot about something I've been trying to show you guys forever, and I put it on camera like 3 times, and every time it just hasn't made the cut in the video, but I actually got sent a pretty cool product for the Black Z. So what we have is actually quarter glass louvers for the Z32, which is pretty badass. I'm such a sucker for louvers. I love them. A lot of the old 80s cars came with them. Not enough 90s cars came with them. And these were actually a partnered project. I believe these are actually made by KBD, the Indestructible Body Kits. I actually have them with my side skirts right here. These are probably the only thing that didn't break the season on my car. So they partnered up with Pac-Man Z, which he is a huge influence in the Z32 world. I believe Z32 Nation, and even my homeboy Mike, who has a YouTube channel, click the link in the description. I think they all together came out with this product. I could be wrong, but you guys are all badass anyways. And these are cool. So I think they only make them for 2+2s right now, which I understand because a 2+L quarter glass is like really short, but look how badass these are. I gotta obviously tape them up, but I think they work super well with the Z32 body line. Now Steph thinks it looks like the Batmobile, but I still love it. I think they add so much character to the car. I really love these things. Me personally, like I said, I'm a sucker for louvers. I just need to get a rear hatch louver and the car is complete to me, but these are pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think. If you're a Z32 guy, put the link in the description, check it out. But good job, guys. These are sick and they fit really well. So you guys have heard me talk plenty today. That's all I've been doing. So we got the turbo off the car, and it is now officially ready to get everything thrown back on, which is awesome. So once it comes in, we can just get right to work and maybe even dyno it the same day the turbo comes in. It looks like the cams are coming in later than the turbo, so I think it'd be pretty cool though if we dyno it with just the turbo upgrade and then dyno it when we throw the cams in. I think it'd be pretty cool to see how much the cams add, and of course they'd add a little bit more to it once the new turbo is in. So I can't wait till this car is over 300 horsepower. It's gonna make it. If it doesn't make over 300 horsepower, something's wrong. it's gonna happen. So I hope you guys still liked this video, even though it's just me talking for 10 minutes. So Tomorrow, the turbo comes in Tuesday, so I think tomorrow Steffi and I will be working on the Miata. We're gonna get the engine back in it and start actually putting it back together. And I cannot wait till that car is like running and driving, and it's gonna be pretty badass. So with that, you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.